Welcome back to the news at 10. Concerned about the number of lives lost to road accidents, some of which are clearly avoidable, the Ogun State government has begun training commercial drivers in the state on how to carry out first aid. At one of the sessions held in the state capital, Abeokuta, and attended by a number of various road traffic management in the state, the Commissioner for Health, Dr. Olaokun Shoyinka, charged the drivers to obey traffic rules.
Human and mechanical errors can lead to crashes, which may cause avoidable deaths and loss of property. That's the reason why these commercial drivers are being tutored in first aid techniques.
Why we have a lot of people having partial or permanent, injury or disability is because the people that are supposed to actually provide the care, they are not there. And we are doing this program to recognize those that are there best. What are the things that they need to do, and how can we actually support our vision to ensure that we reduce the death rate?
The State Commissioner for Health, Olaokun Shoyinka, challenges drivers to always obey traffic laws and maintain their vehicles. He promises that the state government will continue to strengthen its accident services.
At the inception of this administration, the state ambulance service was overhauled and expanded to more efficiently rescue accident victims on our roads to nearby standard health facilities. These ambulances were upgraded to provide advanced life support. Also, the state government has ensured that there is continuous training and retraining of the ambulance staff to reduce complications from road traffic accidents to the barest minimum.
The Secretary of the National Union of Road Transport Workers in the state commends the initiative of the state government and pledges the support of his agency.
I therefore pay no hesitate in aligning with the organs, that is the ambulance services of the state, an agency determined to train for prevention of mortal loss of lives, as well as assisting actively in providing of action on early prevention.
Beyond this training, drivers' discipline will do a lot to reduce accidents on our roads.
Nigeria faces various challenges, but the most challenging is power supply. The country is confronted with electricity problems ranging from generation to transmission and distribution, leaving many parts of the country still in darkness. With Nigeria relying on gas and hydro as sources of power, this next report looks at alternative energy options as being championed by environmentalists.
Nigeria is the 7th most populous country in the world, and by the end of 2013 it is said to have hit 170 million. Currently, Nigeria has per capita power capacity of 28.57 watts, and this is grossly inadequate even for domestic consumption. To achieve the goals of development, a strong energy sector is said to be essential. Many countries, especially developing ones like Nigeria, are faced with serious energy crisis. They have been unable to meet the energy needs of their citizens. In a quest to realize this, many have turned to different sources of energy, which among them are renewable energy sources.
The fact that we are in a country where we have erratic supply of energy, of power, there is a compelling need for us to begin to look elsewhere in terms of alternative sources, to energy.
Renewable energy has been sold as the energy source of the future for sustainable development. That it was not until 2003 that the Nigerian government approved renewable energy as part of its national energy policy. This policy is hinged on private sector development of the energy sector. The key elements in the national policy position on the development and application of renewable energy and its technologies are to develop, promote and harness the renewable energy resources of the country and incorporate all viable ones into the national energy mix. To promote decentralized energy supply, especially in rural areas based on renewable resources. To de-emphasize and discourage the use of wood as fuel. To promote efficient methods in the use of biomass energy resources, and to keep abreast of international developments in renewable energy technologies and applications.
Our challenges really has been, first, Nigeria, the main state of the economy has been oil and gas. So the work we have to do greatly now is to change the mindset, okay, from the fossil fuel-based energy and to renewables, at least for us to comply with the United Nations UNFCCC requirement of having a greener environment and less pollutants, especially carbon dioxide to the atmosphere. So then the other thing is also lack of enabling legislation, like in other countries, even our neighboring country, West Africa, like Ghana, already has successfully, passed legislation, and they have gotten what they call Renewable Energy Act. Sudan has done the same thing.
The government has been asked to step in and promote this revolution by creating and enabling a sound investment environment and favorable policies to guarantee financial rewards like tax exemptions and renewable energy credits. The benefits of generating more electricity from solar, wind, hydropower, and biomass in Nigeria are numerous. The most apparent are the creation of millions of jobs, increased incomes, economic growth, and of course, more stable power supply. Ayala Kasim reporting for Channels Television News.
Let's cross over to our business studio now, and Loretta Chiogo is standing by with the day's business news.
Thank you, Harriet. And of course, we begin with this report. The governing board of the National Insurance Commission, NICOM, has come up with 5 strategic goals towards putting the insurance sector on the right pedestal. The chairman of the NICOM board, Chibudom Nwuche, explained that the policies are aimed at protecting the transformation value chain of the insurance sector. He advised all insurance firms to comply with the Commission's rules and regulations.
Our trust in the Commission's activities is to support the transformation agenda of the federal government by providing an appropriate regulatory framework for the activities of insurance institutions in Nigeria. The developmental agenda, which encapsulates a wide range but attainable roadmap as relates to the financial services sector, is the enhancement of financial literacy in Nigeria and the positioning of the insurance sector to be able to play a pivotal role in the nation's economy. The governing board is committed to ensuring the successful implementation of the financial inclusion initiatives such as microinsurance and full insurance. The governing board will continue to support the management of the Commission in ensuring the following. Number 1, the maintenance of adequate level of capital by insurance companies. Number 2, implementation of the risk-based management framework for insurance institutions. Number 3, complete compliance with IFRS by insurance institutions to sustain the integrity of financial reports. Number 4, compliance with all relevant laws and regulations. The statutory responsibility, there shall be no one or group that shall be excluded from compliance with the rules and regulations.
Now, sell-off continued on the Nigerian Bourse as stocks hit 6.5-month low this week. The news of the suspension of the central bank governor, Lamido Sanusi, also took its toll on the market. The NSE all-share index depreciated by 1.22% to close the week at 38,295.74. The market's capitalization also came down by 1.01% to close at 12.3%. Though investors' confidence in equities appears to be decreasing, stockbrokers still believe this is the right time to invest. Our correspondent Temple Ashaju reports.
When the shockwave of the CBN governor's removal hit the Nigerian stock market on Thursday, most of the brokers became disorganized.
I remember I have some stocks I needed to do, particularly the buy aspect of it. I decided to wait it out because I can explain better to a client that I didn't buy because I saw the prices falling.
Major shares dictated by the bank and stocks price movements went on offer because investors withdrew from bargain hunting.
The market reacted as any other markets when such uncertainty and policy is being announced. Today we see the general index coming down. Other sectoral indices too were also down in the negative direction.
The removal of the CBN governor might have created a negative impact on the capital markets, but majority of the stockbrokers believe that it is a good omen for equities.
I'm happy to see that our market reacted to it. If we hadn't done that, that means we are not operating the market here. What I'm trying to say is that means we are not operating the stock market. Knowing fully well that the stock market is the measurement of the index of the economy of any nation, and giving the very profile of the person involved and the office too. For any discerning person who is putting his market, this should be a biased market.
Prior to the suspension of the CBN governor, Mr. Lamido Sanusi, equities in the Nigerian capital market had been facing some declines. For this reason and other developments yet to unfold, investors both local and foreign may for the rest of this quarter weigh down their confidence in the stock markets. Tempuru Ashaju, Channels Television News.
Now, the interbank lending rates fell sharply on Friday after the government's January revenues went into the banking system. The suspension of the central bank governor, Lamido Sanusi, also kept traders cautious. Now, rates eased to 11% across board, down 3 percentage points from last week. Central bank intervention steadied the naira, while local pension fund managers have been buying bonds. Dealers say around 260 billion naira belonging to state and local government hit the banking system on Monday, pushing down the cost of interbank borrowing. The secured open buyback rate is at 11%, 100 basis points below central bank's benchmark rate of 12% as against 14% last week. Dealers say the direction of lending rates next week will depend on what steps the central bank takes to restore confidence to financial markets. And of course, that's it on Business News. It's back to Harriet for the rest of the news.
Thank you, Loretta. Still ahead on the news at 10, Oyo State emerged winners of the 2014 Nigeria International Wheelchair Basketball Championship.